met John Tovar through the scene. Him and Frank Collari were managing, I think it was Nuclear Valdez and the Mavericks. So they were like the management. If we wanted big management locally, those were the guys to go with. So they came to see us play, and they wanted to manage us, and we signed a deal with them, which, I never liked those two guys. I didn't really think that maybe I was naive, maybe I didn't pay too much attention, but it just seemed like they were kind of like muscle. They helped us get paid at gigs. They certainly didn't get us a record deal. It was Trent Reznor who got us the record deal. So as far as locally, they were great, but after that, I don't really think they did too much. And, it was like they weren't the band's manager, they were Manson's manager. It's like when stuff would happen with me, first thing is like kick them out of the band, get rid of them. It's like they weren't looking out for my best interest, and that's how I always felt towards them. It's like they're not managing the band, they're managing Manson, and I felt like it was more than that. So that's really all I have to say about them.
Cool.
We started out with the drum machine, and we used that for like a year or two. And then I think it might have been Scott's decision to bring in the real drummer because he was friends with Freddie. So we figured we'd try it just to maybe give like more power to the music, to have live drums, and to make it seem like a real band. So with the drum machine, it never really seemed like we were a band. It just seemed like we were just kind of like dancing monkeys in front of a machine. So we brought in Freddie, and it was funny too, man, because he's like a cripple. He's got like a gimpy leg, and he comes walking in like limping, and his one leg is like a tenth of the size of his other leg. We're thinking, how's this guy gonna play like hit the bass drum, and the hi-hat at the same time? But he was good, He was good for a while. The only problem with him was like he had no stamina, so he couldn't keep up like on tour or this and that. He'd be good for one night, and his timing just was a little weird. But it was great with the new drummer. Brought some new blood to the band, and we exploited that when he came to the band. Win a date with the new drummer, all that sort of stuff. We'd release demos like maybe every 6 months. As soon as we wrote some new songs, we'd record them on the 4-track and then get them out to like local radio stations, so they would play them, and then we'd sell them at the shows, and pretty much just gave them out to people, and just to create a buzz, and just we were just so excited about the new songs. We wanted everybody to hear them, so immediately we'd record them, and then we'd play them live for a few months, and then we re-record them. So that's why there's like 10 different versions of every song.